Here we go, episode 2.
It will be our job to detect whether police misconduct and/or corruption has contributed to this murder.
You know what's crazy? We're technically investigating Kate right now.
Sir, all information we've harvested so far has been acquired from a source on the hill known as Officer J.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at her just staring at them. That's the thing, is her judgment clouded by, what's the word? Jealousy as well. We don't know that either.
Just in the hope of identifying Holroyd, Banks or Boyle on the night of the 26th.
So they're saying it's Banks or Boyle. I'm not convinced it's going to be either of them, if I'm completely honest with you.
Hate to say it, Kate, but one thing I've learned over the years, fewer coppers in the loop, the better.
Whoa. That's the thing I find crazy, right, is she's almost playing this card of like, I agree with everything you're saying, Kate. I agree with you, Kate. You're right, Kate. You're onto it, Kate. But then, like, I get a weird, like, there's obviously a vibe about her. Something's odd about her, right?
She's just handed in a transfer request. Personal reasons.
Oh, wow.
She's an experienced PS. We're at a crucial phase of Vela.
She's handed in a... Wow.
Last thing you need is a tribunal.
What?
Yeah.
I'll draft a glowing reference and she'll be some other station's problem.
You're a lifesaver.
You know what? The weird thing about Ian is I always see him as kind of incompetent.
I take pride in the courage and professionalism of my counter-terrorism
Oh.
officers. To say any more risks prejudicing the inquest. Thank you.
Whoa. I literally mentioned that Imagine It goes back to right to the start. Those guys.
They lied through their teeth, every single one of them, except you, Steve.
Exactly.
I mean, talk about an outrage.
Imagine It is connected to him, though. Imagine he's the next...
Gail Vella, reporting from Queen Elizabeth Law Courts.
Gail Vella drew attention to alleged
I'm dumb. Okay, I'm not gonna... It's her, it's the reporter. So that's why they're looking into this. She got killed because she was basically shedding a light on the truth.
between organised crime, politicians and senior police officers.
But the question still remains, what is the motive for Gail Vella's murder? But there's no evidence to suggest that she dug up anything that wasn't there before.
Maybe she was working on something that would.
And who would know that? Who would know she was working on that? Find people that are connected to her. I mean, you find potential... Oh my gosh. Yes. What are you doing? Like it's a love obsession, you know?
Tree has completed a thorough investigation into institutionalised complicity.
You know what? I didn't trust her from the start, so... Or him.
There is no institutionalised corruption in this police force. Gail Vella reported.
Well, there you go. We've got higher-ups right there, man.
Some broadcast material. It would never have been released.
Not in this form, no. She'd seen the success of a podcast. She was digging much more deeply into why there'd been suppression of police inquiries into the likes of Councillor Dale Roach.
She'd keep notes or recordings.
Yeah, what journalists wouldn't. That's why I suggested Gail's killer must have stolen them.
Oh, wow.
So, you disclosed this to the original murder detectives.
And they said there was no grounds to suspect a burglary.
Kate has made her bed. Now she's got to lie in it. And we have a job to do.
So,
that is such a hard thing to hear, man.
Loyalty works both ways. But ahead of the formal promotion process, I am making you a temp DI. Congratulations, son. You've earned it.
Come on, Steve.
thank you, sir.
Oh, that's the thing. Does Kate ever come back now? Like, does she... I don't know, like, how could they even hire her again? Would they even hire her again? Like, I'm sure they would, but I'm sure Ted's got so many hard feelings, man. Oh, wow. That's right, because he was asking for a transfer. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, my God. Oh, back to the alleyways.
We're moving forward with Bella.
Moving forward how?
At some point, we're going to hit the hill.
It's got my son, Steve.
This is why I got...
Stop blaming... Stop blaming Steve. Stop blaming Steve. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God. Okay, I love Kate. I'm actually so fed up now of the... Oh, for Christ's sake, Steve. Or it's like, dude, he's literally coming to you out of his way. He doesn't even need to do this. He's not even probably allowed to do this. To warn you. I don't actually think it really fits her character, you know. Like, I'm a bit mind blown. I'm just... I don't know. Like, obviously, she's been anti-corruption before, so I'm sure she could understand why... of the importance of investigating something like this, you know? Like, I'm getting really frustrated with the, oh, for Christ's sake, Steve, or for goodness sake, Steve. And it's like, when he's like, oh, just like old times, she sort of cold shoulders it. It's like, why are you so cold to him? Why are you involved?
You can feed me the inside track on Davidson. Maybe you won't need to show her hand just yet.
For Christ's sake, Steve, she's my gaffer. You want me to rat on her?
No rap, she's bent.
What am I
Exactly.
And I was copper.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will say it like that.
So it's like Kate just doesn't want a piece of it
Detecting
anymore.
Carl Banks and framing Terry Boyle.
Yeah, we get it. We're working on it. When is it going to come out that AC12 are investigating Davidson?
Hopefully it
Already
shouldn't.
said too much.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh my god,
Always
man.
choose the right shithole.
Matches the appearance of Carl Banks.
Oh, wow. Dead body, Carl Banks, potentially. Well, dead man can't tell no tales.
Good news, ma'am.
Oh, for God's sakes.
D.I. Fleming, Farita's replacement, PC Ryan.
Pilkington.
Oh
my.
Don't
Oh
think
my.
We're overdue a lucky break. Thanks, Ryan.
So who drafted him in then? Who drafted him in? Here's your question, right?
This has been bugging me. Have we worked together before?
Do you come and give a talk at the training college, ma'am?
No.
Whoa. She knows.
Sake.
Boss?
My God.
Fingerprints on the knife found close to Carl Banks's body match Alistair Oldroyd.
Of course, they're just going to tie it up with a neat little bow. No.
Carl Banks has been found dead.
Carl Banks dead.
No more beating about the bush. We raid Operation Lighthouse.
So,
Yes! Kate's not going to be happy, but in we go, Steve.
J. Arnott, AC12. You have the lawful authority to investigate Operation Lighthouse. When officers go to your desk...
I hate how she just rolls her eyes, like you were in his shoes before. Come
You need to
on.
be obliged to surrender all materials relating to Operation Lighthouse to said caseworkers.
DCI Davidson. I notified the DCC of my concerns regarding leaking of confidential police information. The
God.
DCC agreed to a moratorium on further
Counter.
distribution of Operation Lighthouse files until said information leakage has been fully investigated.
We'd be the ones to investigate it.
Nonetheless, you'll see the DCC's authorised me to withhold Operation Lighthouse
Wow.
Why did the DCC inform us about this?
files to
Wow.
prevent information leakage, naturally.
No, you did it to make mugs of AC12.
That was just an added bonus.
Oh. Oh my God.
Priceless.
Idiots. Look at that smug face, man. I don't like you anymore. I thought I liked her.
Nice one.
No! Did you really just do that? They're going to make me really dislike her, aren't they? But look, I already have a theory about this anyway, so hear me out. The fact that Kate has just ratted on AC12, funnily enough, her ex-allegiances, this only solidifies the trust that she has built within this unit. Which means she can investigate inside, basically free of restrictions, right? I don't know if don't doubt it's happening now, but we've seen the look she gave the other officer. We've seen how she's sort of like every now and then got this look about her eye like, what's this? Is this a bit suspicious or dodgy? Is this just her ultimate way of playing the not so undercover? In the immediate effect, screwing AC12 like this is a bad idea. The fact that she's now losing, she's just lost Arnott's trust. Let's just get that straight. And obviously, like I said, it goes so against her character for me, and I can't understand. It's like she's just completely cold-shouldered their friendship. In any sort of relationship she had with Ted before AC12, she just cold-shouldered the whole lot. I feel like she's doing it because she wants to move on. But then, is she just going to realise, it's just, in the moment, I'm going to be honest with you, it's making me dislike her.
Steve, I'm sorry.
I trusted you, mate.
Oh
But I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. What was I
my
supposed to do?
God. So she did do it. She chose wrong, man. You chose the wrong bloody side. She's going to come swinging round, I know that. I know I'm not going to hate her for the whole season, but she has
Andrea
definitely
advised me
made
this
the
is
wrong
about
decision.
Operation Lighthouse. It appears my team have been delayed for nothing better than a PR briefing.
Exactly.
The result of which is that MIT officers are now
That is
aware
ridiculous,
of our
you know.
inquiry and may be concealing evidence as we speak.
They're so dumb, man. So they're saying they got pulled because they wanted to tell Ted or say that this is he's going to be reviewed in this case.
Well,
What the...
back in business. Well, you're not denying it, so it must have been Officer J or DI Kate Fleming who blew the gaff. I reckon you'd only trust Kate with this kind of information, yeah?
For God's
she's
sakes.
cooked her goose now. God help her if she thinks she's going to get some kind of special treatment from me because she's got another thing coming. As for DCI Davison, she must have had great fun pulling this stroke.
Here you go, sir.
Here you go, sir.
Ma'am, please find enclosed a Regulation 15 notice requiring you to attend AC12 for a formal...
What was she just handing him? I'm telling you now, I'm not convinced that what she just handed Ian was what we think it is.
Steve.
I was up on a case. I'm sorry, Steph, I should have called.
No, it's fine.
Oh wow, is Steve gonna get comfortable with Corbett's ex-partner?
Nice TV.
Oh no.
Champions League games on later. Not that you lot have got an interest.
Next season. I didn't know you'd bother with the sports channels.
What comes in the package? Cheapest chips.
Wow, he knows. He knows that she got the money. Oh wow.
It's just a spasm. It'll pass. I've got some painkillers in the car. Just
Don't move, I'll get them. I'll get your car keys.
inside pocket.
What's she gonna find? What's she gonna find? Why is this such a weird scene? I was gonna say, if they just start magically working, it'll be like, it's a bit quick.
Straight up, Joe. Do you think he could have killed Gail?
No. I'm intrigued about this weird relationship they've got going on, you know. Oh yeah.
A young woman.
Happy Halloween.
Me cake.
2 more, please.
Who was that that just...
We get those.
Oh, for God's sakes. Oh.
Have a good night, guys.
I love...
Pity's blowing your chances.
That's actually so funny.
Not really my type.
Yeah, they definitely like each other. But the problem with that is like, is she guilty? I see two sides to her again.
Okay to drive?
There's always two sides,
Sorry
you
about
know.
all
There's
that
always
earlier.
two sides.
If you're passing again, don't hesitate.
Wow.
Don't stay out, it's freezing. Got to set the sat nav and everything.
Finally, my guy Steve. Bro, do not play with his heart this time. I swear to God, man. Ugh.
It's Mark's turn to have Josh this weekend, if you're at a loose end.
I need to check my diary. My diary's empty. I've just come out of a long-term relationship.
I like it, but like...
It would be nice to see you at the weekend.
My brain. The thing is, right, is I want this for Kate because she's in a horrible relationship as it is, and I kind of see a side of her that I like, but then there's also such a big side of her that I'm like, shh. Yeah, who's that fourth person?
But why have these been put up?
Gaffer's never going to give it up.
And what about you?
What about me?
No, you're not
Do
ready
you
to
still
give it
believe
up.
there's a fourth man out there?
100%.
I've moved on.
No, you haven't, pal. Oh, do I trust her? Do I trust those eyes?
En route to arrest the suspect, I observed a suspicious vehicle.
I mean, it's just an ordinary van parked on an ordinary street. Why give it the time of day?
A registration check proved suspicious.
Yeah, but
Yes,
you didn't know that before.
You only found that out after you stopped to investigate.
The driver wasn't reading a newspaper or messing about on his phone. His eyes
how
were
would you
fixed
be
on
able
the
to-
bookies. He was alert for a quick getaway.
How would you... So you...
And you deduced
all of that in the
fraction
space of like a
second.
second.
Call it a police officer's instinct.
Oh yes, well, we all get those
Pat.
from time to time, DCI Davidson. I might be getting one right now.
Whoa.
DC Bishop.
None of these men has a history of serious or violent crime.
A group of
Exactly.
amateur criminals attempted an armed robbery in an amateur fashion.
According to murder investigation team
course.
files lawfully ceased on the 4th of November, surveillance was absent for a period of 3 hours and
Coincidence?
35 minutes.
I think not.
It needed to be resolved. The error in assigning the wrong surveillance authority was committed by a senior officer.
That isn't in the file.
And who?
I chose not to embarrass him.
Ian. But the thing is,
Davison.
oh, if it's Ian, is it just competence? Because I keep saying that I don't think he's a competent police officer. Does that mean, is it like, are we going to be getting like misled at this point? Or is he literally just not competent enough to do that correctly? Just can't seem to piece her motive. Like, I said this in an earlier reaction. She had like a photo of her mum or something, or someone, and she like threw a bottle. I bet you somehow she's connected to the same person Corbett was, and therefore connected to the same thing Ted was, and this is all connected again in like a greater thing, and that's why she's like involved. Something to do with that, you know, something to do with, I don't know, like, I can see the thing is I can't figure out how that sort of lines up, but it does somehow, right?
Now, who was the senior officer?
No comment, sir.
Wow.
DI on it. Will you bookmark that for the DIR?
Am I confident that that's even Ian that she's
DC
protecting?
Vision.
Or is that Kate?
Image
No, it's not
29 on
Kate.
screen.
The murderer successfully evaded all neighbourhood security cameras.
Yeah.
These findings strongly suggest a contract killing of the type ordered by organised crime.
So is
Terry Boyle has
is
no
he
criminal record.
Exactly? He's not capable.
No known association with organised
If he's
crime,
capable
and
of
suffers
covering
from
it
learning
up.
difficulties which raise doubts regarding his capacity to commit a
Yeah.
cold-blooded assassination.
Exactly.
That's speculation, Mum. You've got no evidence.
Exactly.
Which is why I didn't charge him.
Oh wow. That's the thing. Oh my god, is she just covering her tracks perfectly? I said this before. Because
Right,
she's
let's
like
do what this
agreeing, but
fella
then there's
called
something
Banks.
about her, so
Oh, he fits the profile of a contract killer.
To use your words, DIR, not that's speculation. Also, there's the question of motive.
Well, according to your files, fingerprints and DNA deposits matching Banks detected at Beechwood House were far more numerous than those matching Boyle, suggesting Banks was the primary resident.
yeah. I don't know how much she knows. Because she's like, when she's sitting there like this, she's just, you can tell she's a smartass, but she almost seems like genuinely like half in the dark. Like I feel like she knows something, but could it be the case of similar to Ross Huntley? Because she was like half in, half out. Or Lindsay Denton, she was half in. They're never really fully into understanding what's going on, right? That's why with a lot of them, there's a sudden shock or realization come the end of their arrest, and they're like, what am I involved in?
They knew that your team was on course to arrest him. They knew the route you were taking. And to top it all, they knew the surveillance was absent. So that meant they could walk in there, drag Banks out and substitute him with Terry Boyle.
All this is circumstantial. There's no evidence
Don't know
to
what to
support
think.
anyone knowing
Don't know what to
any details
think.
of Operation Lighthouse.
The killer, he didn't even bother to throw the knife into the canal. I mean, he left it lying around for the search team to find. That was handy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Criminals make mistakes.
Mistakes.
That's how you catch them.
Oh,
And that's not the half of it. Not by a long chalk, DIR.
there's even more.
Document 31.
Bro, oh my god, like another...
According
These
to your
interview
files,
scenes, man.
Oldroyd was found dead on the 29th of October.
Our hypothesis is that Oldroyd killed Banks, then committed suicide.
Why though?
Your hypothesis. You have failed to consider the alternative.
Yeah, surely. That's the thing I
Carl
find bizarre. Like
Banks murdered
they,
Gail Vella on the orders of organised crime.
she really has failed to consider the alternative.
Organised
So
criminals
could she not be
murdered
involved?
Carl Banks for his silence.
I don't think so.
Organised criminals framed Alistair Oldroyd for Banks's murder and then staged Oldroyd's murder to look like a suicide.
I agree.
You see, she agrees. You see what I mean? Like that's the difference. That's the difference.
Excuse me?
This is the thing that is making my brain go crazy. Like, is this her way of trying to like show a track record of compliance or something, or is it genuinely like she realizes and she's like, I'm on the wrong track, or I'm. But then, see, that's the thing. None of the other ones did that. They were all so against the grain.
If your theory is correct, the only way it could have worked would have been for a corrupt officer from my team to have leaked key information to organised crime.
Or just a way to pin Kate. Imagine that.
DCI Davison, did you leak information on your team's operations?
No,
No.
sir, I did not.
Do you know of anyone who did?
I kind
leak
of
information?
don't believe she did
No,
either.
sir, I do not.
DCI Davison, I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of perverting the course of justice.
DCI Davidson strenuously denies the
You will
allegations.
be held here until we can find a suitable
Look at the
police
shock.
custody cell.
Wow.
Interview terminated at 11:22.
Straight in.
Wait.
Oh my. Not again.
An OCG needed time to plan the robbery and the abduction of Banks. If I was SIO on this, the first thing I'd want to know is who knew about Banks's confession early enough. In order, that's the Chiz handler. Then my officers who received his call, PS Japtree and DS Lomax. Then me. Then my boss, Detective Superintendent Buckles. If you're going to search my home, I'd suggest you search theirs too.
As Ted would say, God give me strength. I can't think. Ooh.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. When you find my stash of jazz mags, feel free to knock one out.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
What a dick, man. The thing is, I can't imagine him being involved because he's just a knob. Like, I think he's just a knob. I don't trust him. The one that Kate's standing next to. I don't trust him at all. He gives me a weird vibe.
They'll commit the search and the FIs have found a cache of burner phones.
Where? Davidson's?
No, at Officer J's.
Was it? Oh, her. Nah, that's not. Been. She kept the keys, man. She kept the freaking keys.
How do you account for these devices being found hidden in your home?
They've been put there. I don't know anything about them.
And that's
Examination
genuine
of
as.
mobile
Surely
phone
they see that.
CV4 reveals calls made in the early hours of October 27th to an unidentified number. Did you pass on confidential information on the operation to arrest this suspect?
No. I had nothing to do with it.
Bro, she planted it.
Jattery,
Are they going to see it
I have been
though?
in consultation with the Crown Prosecutor and she
God's
has authorised
sakes.
me to charge you with the following offences.
I'm being framed.
Who's framing you?
Joe, it's Joe Davidson. She planted those phones.
You claim she broke into your house.
She didn't have to break it.
She's got keys.
What do you mean by that?
Can they still arrest her if she's claiming that she's been framed? What happened?
I don't know who to believe.
God, give me strength.
Now it seems possible for Ida made allegations about Davidson for personal reasons.
Release DCI Davidson.
Wow. Did they believe Davidson is dead?
Why would anyone believe me?
The thing is, well, those are you can't
I'm fine from here.
you can't frame someone and kill someone at the same time. Who's that? Oh my god.
That's what happens to a rat.
Oh. What the hell's in there? For God's sakes, man. Something else she's gonna plant, right? Why though? Why is she doing this? More burners. I knew it was her. Well, the thing is though, are those burners for her? Because were those burners that she just planted, were they hers? And if so, bro, once again, man. Why did that look kind of funny, not gonna lie? Should not be laughing. Okay, I haven't got long because I've got to go get ready for work, guys, any second, but point is, we've got a very confusing case on our hands, a very, very complicated one, which I have zero theories about as of right now, other than her being connected to whatever what's-his-face was connected to, Corbett. That's literally all I can think, that they've got a past that connects way back to the past that Ted connects back to everything. So, yeah, that's my biggest theory, and I'm just trying to figure out her point, though. Like, why is she involved? Has she been manipulated? Is she working for someone? Is she trying to play both sides? Is she, like, you know, she's been given burners, she's obviously in contact with people she shouldn't be, she's planting, she's trying to frame someone else. Once again, it gives me what's her face's vibes. It gives me the girl from last season, the Corbett's partner in the OCG, you know, like the panic and she was afraid, she was terrified, she didn't want to be involved. And like, to be honest with you, I'm still not completely sure why she was. As confusing as it gets for me. And to the season, once again, fantastic. Like, the episodes have a lot less going on, I think. I think it's because it is a slightly longer season from memory. Is it 7? So like it feels a little bit slower, but like every step of the way you're questioning what you're thinking. Every step of the way you're confused about what's going on, and every step of the way it's just like, what the hell? And then you get some kind of twist at the end. To be fair, I feel like I'm actually predicting things happening as we're going, like the planting of the phones, the taking the keys, the fact that she's like weirdly, like I sort of said, that she's got like a side like she's like stuck. Again, like we've got the stuck thing. To be fair, I don't know why I don't predict that every time, because that is literally what this is. My bet is it all connects to those two at the top that Ted keeps reporting to, and the reason for that is because if anyone's going to know about like certain, like what's the word, authority being needed and certain this, that, the other, it's the higher ups that are going to have that issue. Do you see where I'm coming from? So, and she said, she kept talking about how she's not going to dob in the person that requests authority. She's not going to do this. She's not going to do that. Why? Yeah, it's a bizarre one, you know. It's a really, really bizarre one when I think about it. Long story short, she's obviously doing this for a reason that is going to be genuine, I think, her motive. Obviously, maybe she got into this for the wrong reason, but genuinely she's trying to stay out of it. But it's just a never-ending... She's digging her own grave, right? And she doesn't actually realise it. What else has happened in this episode? I think that's really, like, there's not a lot. There's really not a lot. But like I said, those two higher-ups, I don't know their names, the chiefs, the ones that are even above Ted, that Ted keeps reporting to, they are the ones that pulled the plug on the initial AC-12 investigation. They are the ones that are being all weird about, like, Ted being involved with stuff, about Ted going to meetings, Ted to see other. They're the ones doing that. They are the ones that replace the other higher-ups. Like, you know, the thing is, if you've got a connection to the top, you want to be near enough at the top, right? And they would have perfect control over who gets drafted into the police. They would have control over who potentially... Well, were they the ones that interviewed the guy that got accepted in? Is that like a coincidence? The fact that then he also got put on a very high up team the way he has, is that a coincidence? I can't see how that is. I think Ian's too incompetent to be the last H. I think he's generally just a dick. Maybe he even had a relationship with what's-her-face once upon a time or something. Maybe that's something to do with that. Maybe that's why she won't dob him in. Maybe that's why, like, she's weirdly loyal to him. Maybe, you know, like, I can think of so many different plot lines. Especially being as he's been connected from it to it all as well. Like, if he got hooked in, because he was in the original season 1 with Gates, it'd be perfect if he was drafted in to be put there. Then that then connects, like, if he's then connected to these higher ups, then that also then could connect her. I mean, it's like, you know, did she just happen to end up on a team that ended up being corrupt? Like, there's, like, my brain all over the place. I don't think I'm going to talk any longer, because what the actual hell do I talk about? In fact, actually, you know what? What I can talk about is just generally how great I think this season is starting to be. I'm definitely one of the people that loved last season, whereas a lot of people thought it was kind of meh. And I'm definitely all for this season. I think, to be fair, every season has really been great. I don't see how we can resolve this H nonsense this season. Do I feel close? Not really. Is there going to be a last resort for whoever this H is? Most definitely. Lots to think about, man. Lots to think about. Anyway, where do I go now? That's the end of that, guys. We'll leave that there, and we'll try and get into the next episode next week. So hopefully next Friday it comes out. I'm going to try and make Friday the Line of Duty day. Happy Halloween, by the way. It's obviously not Halloween right now, but it's about a week away now. It's coming up, it's around the corner. I think I should leave that there, guys, and start getting ready for work. So if you enjoyed the video, as ever, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And as ever, guys, let me know down below with the reaction, the episode, your theories and nonsense, without any spoilers, of course. And yeah, that's a wrap, guys. As ever, this has been your boy, British Chap. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.